Everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Scorpio Silver and happy Mother's Day to you all. So this is the review for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 5 Episode 6, Mother of All Problems. Usually Love and Hip Hop comes on Mondays, but today is Sunday because this is a special Mother's Day episode. So I usually put Shots of Sunset up today, but I will be putting it up tomorrow because I just finished watching Love and Hip Hop and I don't really feel like watching Shots of Sunset right now. So we just finished Jocelyn we still are at Jocelyn's video release party, and she just wants to show everybody that success is the perfect revenge. And they're all Mimi, Jocelyn, and Chris, she's talking about all this and that, and Mimi tells Jocelyn how Carly was distraught over the previous conversation that they had, and Stevie says Chris, and then Stevie meets Chris and says that she is beautiful, even though Chris does not like that. Chris prefers that he would prefer to be called handsome, not beautiful. But Stevie couldn't help himself. But she is pretty. And see, I can't help myself either. It's those pronouns. And Jocelyn is being really messy. And what is the real tea between her blackmailing Tommy and blackmailing Carly doesn't make any sense. And Tommy came through the door. Tommy always comes through the door looking really fly, and I smell a fight happening at first. Well, you'll see later. And Jocelyn needs to stop stirring the pot for real, because who knows, maybe later on down the season she might get into a fight. And she tells Scrap that that Stevie and his mama slept together, allegedly, because we don't really know. And then we get to see her music video, and she says something about church, and then we see her on the beach. But what does beach really have to do with church? Like, I don't get it. And then Dawn is back in the picture. Now, I don't really remember who Dawn is. Was that like her manager or something, or her friend? And I think Stevie has a problem with her too, because he doesn't really like her. Tommy says that Tommy says that Tommy has been spreading some rumors about KK and even some rumors about herself, and she gets really mad about that, and she just goes off on her, and she actually attempts to spit on her, but I don't think that spit went that far. And then Tammy sets Brandy up on a blind date with her husband's best friend. I didn't really get his name, but Brandy says that he's short, but she actually likes tall guys, and you really shouldn't judge someone on preference, but hey, we all do it. And she's going to ask him everything that she can. Sometimes they say you shouldn't do that because you can also scare the guy away, but he didn't seem that scared because I'll talk about that later. And then Jocelyn be dropping them false truth bombs because you just don't know. And then we see Rashida and her mama talking at Prest about Mama D, and Rashida says that her mom is going to school for psychology, and Mama D talks about, and then the next part, Mama D talks about how, because Mama D is in bed with her husband, and they doing what they do, and then Mama D talks about how she has been trying to get him a job, and her husband is ex-convict, and for them it's kind of hard for them to get a job, and they have been arguing about it constantly. And then Tammy is creeping, because her husband is back on tour, is creeping to Deb's house to get some food. And then she tells them how she set Bambi up on a date. And then Rashida says that Scrappy and Bambi are on and off like a light switch, so you never know that Scrappy and Bambi might get back together. You never know. Excuse me, just 1 second. Just get some water. And then Scrap visits Dollar. I think it was either his. I got a little confused about this part. It's either his brother or his cousin. They visit their grave. He would have been 28 years old, and they visit him every year. Scrap hates to be at odds with his mother. It was her first time being there. Mom out to lunch, and then Rashida's mom got up really quick when she saw Mama D come into the room. Did not like the surprise meeting at all. Mama D is always doing the most, because she was doing something with the feather like this and with some sage. She was like, ooh, ooh, or something like that. And then Deb asked her, did you take your medication today? And then Mama D was like, no. And then she continued on doing it. And then Scrappy just looked so embarrassed because they were talking about some really inappropriate stuff at the table, and so inappropriate. But the episode kind of ended in a weird, funny place. So next time we see Jocelyn and Stevie in not so good place. He actually asked Mimi if he could spend a few nights there, and it also seems like Mimi and Chris aren't in a good place either. And Mimi says, do you want to break up with me? And something, let's just say, because there isn't a new episode tomorrow, Monday, and was that Scrap and Carly? Because I thought Carly was with Life Jennings, which is kind of weird. There's just so much happening in next week's episode. And also, yes, Shots and Sunset will be back. Review will be on tomorrow. If not tomorrow, I'll post it up Tuesday. So I thank you all for watching this face review. If you'd like to see more of these, let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye, Zodiacs.